Welcome to the Islander Insider. I'm Rob Sterner. Before we get too far into things, I'm going to read part of the statement from the Capital City Islanders, which will help explain what the heck happened on Saturday and why the Islanders drove all the way to Newark and didn't play a game. So this is from the official statement here. Upon our arrival, after traveling more than 2 hours to the match venue, I looked it up right now. If I left right this very second, it would take me 2.75 hours. We were informed at approximately 5:45 p.m., just 45 minutes prior to the scheduled 6:30 p.m. kickoff, that Eddie Maurer Stadium was not available for play. Okay, that's bad. It's not great. Construction equipment and additional materials remained on the playing surface, rendering the field unavailable and unsuitable for pre-match preparations. They couldn't warm up, so remember that. No good field to warm up on. Additionally, at 6 p.m., a youth match was scheduled to kick off an adjacent field, further limiting access to playable space and preventing our club from completing a proper pre-match warm-up in accordance with normal competitive standards and league rules. This youth match was expected to continue beyond the time necessary for both clubs to complete required pre-match activities. Further compounding the situation, Ironbound SC did not arrive to the field until approximately 6:25, only 5 minutes prior to the scheduled kickoff. I don't know how you arrive 5 minutes before the game at your home field. That's just insane. It's created an additional operational issue as multiple required league procedures could not reasonably be completed within the remaining time. Yeah, so the game didn't happen. That's just part of the statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I went through both the referees handbook and then the league handbook and kind of came away with what I think is going to happen based on that. So since the match couldn't proceed because the home team didn't meet the league standards for field availability and their own arrival, under the UPSL rules, because they're solely responsible for scheduling the venue and securing a valid permit that ensures the field's available, yeah, they messed up bad. So the league's minimum standards require the facility be accessible 1 hour before kickoff and be cleared for teams no later than 30 minutes before start time. So it'd give you 30 minutes to get warmed up. By arriving not only 5 minutes before kickoff and providing a field that was either under construction or already filled up with another match, the team violated requirements to report for pre-match formalities. So they've kind of screwed up on 2 counts there. Now, as I said, I mentioned earlier, I'm an English teacher. I'm not a lawyer, but by my reading of the handbook and the referee's guide, they're likely, I think the league is likely to declare this a forfeit against the home team. It's up to them. They scheduled the time. The way it happens here is the league says, okay, you're the host team. Here's the days available. Pick the day. Okay, there's the day. Pick the time, because that way the home teams, like the Islanders, we have to secure City Island and secure Skyline Sports Complex. So we have to go in ahead of time and say, yes, we can actually do that, or no, there's something else going on there. Ironbound messed up specifically here, just like I can look at the actual rules, as 10.15 and 11.3 of the UPSL Handbook stated team forfeits if it's not ready to kick off within 15 minutes of the scheduled time or fails to provide a valid permit for the facility. In this case, there's no permit because there's no place to play. As a result of the forfeit, there will be a 2-0 victory, and Ironbound will likely, or at least potentially, face a fine of up to $500 and an additional 1-point penalty deduction in the standings. Obviously, the team would want to go out there and get a win on the field and not a forfeit. We've had to deal with a forfeit in the past. Last spring, we were going to win the league and get promotion, and then we go into the last game of the season, hosted there on City Island, and then the team that was supposed to be there just gave us a call and said, nope, we're not showing up. They're going to forfeit. So I think putting the $500 fine will actually motivate teams to actually do the right thing and show up and square things away. And if they can't, give proper notice to the teams. But this gets even worse. There's a $500 fine that goes to the league due to the home team's negligence there, Ironbound. The UPSL may charge them a travel fee of up to $500 to reimburse the Islanders for travel expenses. So, yeah, not only do they forfeit and lose the match, but they have to cough up potentially up to $1,000. So that's a big mess up. And for my money, I think they should do it. I think if you want there to be standards in a league, whether it comes to the live streaming, we've pushed really hard for that to say, hey, we're doing it. We're following the league rules, and some of the other teams are not. You put the hammer down and start finding teams, make it worth the while for teams to actually live stream and do it well. I'd be on board with the league saying fine them $1,000 if they don't live stream. Now that's obviously all of this here, the forfeit, the point deduction, the fines and all that was based on reading the rules, but it's the league that created the rule book. So it may be in their purview to just say, no, none of that's happened. They're just going to ignore it. But I will say, knowing Alex McGee, the Islanders founder and CEO pretty well, I think he's going to fight really hard in our corner for this. This is a very Bush and absurd, unprofessional move. And honestly, I think the argument could last about 5 minutes. Ironbound is a home team, scheduled the home match on a field that was actually unplayable. That's it. Job one of the home team, secure a field. So we'll see what happens there. But take a look at other league news here. Cosmos still sitting top of the league. They earned their 6th straight victory, 4-2 over Philly Lone Star. New Jersey Alliance, 4-1 over Five Rivers at home. We're going to see them a little bit later. Bulldogs lost 6-3 at home to the visiting SFC 1924. So good win there for SFC. Union SC won over UCFSC 4-2. And Kensington, who we're going to see on Saturday, lost at home 3-0 to PA Prime. So like I said, we're going to see Kensington on Saturday at 6:30 on City Island. They're just 1-5 with 2 goals. They held Cosmos to a single goal, so they can brawl with some of the best teams in the league. Yet they've also surrendered 3 goals on 2 occasions. So maybe, just maybe, Saturday will be the Islanders' breakout game. We'll put some goals on the board and have some stuff to cheer about. I'll be there Saturday, and I hope you will too. The weather's forecast to be a high of 77 for the day. Should be pretty comfortable at game time and no chance of rain. I'm Rob Sterner, and this is the Islander Insider.